guys, so today I'm doing a bit of a multi-day hike. Gonna go from my house to Kinder Scout and do a little wild camp up there. That should be about 13 miles with about 2,900 foot of climbing on it. So it should be a pretty long day. Don't know how long it'll take me. I'm not taking the big pack with me this time. I'm taking about 35 litre pack. Got my poles, got some nice beers, bit of food to cook up for tonight. I'm just not taking anywhere near as much stuff as I did on the Cumbria Way. Just gonna live with the clothes on my back. Got a jacket in case it gets cold, but that's about it. And yeah, we're just gonna see how we go, see how far we get. So I'm just on the first climb of the day, walking up to Werner Flow. I was considering leaving this climb out and going round down the road, but I want to stay off the roads as much as possible on this walk, so I'm sticking to bridleways and single track. It is very warm today though, and it is a pretty steep climb straight out the bat, but I figured it'd be cheating if I cut out the corner down the road. Plus, if you go this way, you get the nice ridge walk, and you go through some nice woods at the other side as well, down to the river. So I'm not in a rush, and I don't want to get to the campsite too early either, because then I'll risk getting caught. So yeah, if I just pace myself, aim to get there just before, just before sunset, I guess. That'd be lovely. Anyway, as you can hear, I'm kind of out of breath, so I'll get to the top of it, carry on. So I guess the point of this trip is to prove to people that you can organise a decent adventure straight from your doorstep. All the trails that I'm going to use today are trails that I've either walked in the past or used on the mountain bike quite regularly. So they're all trails that I'm going to link together to eventually get to Kinder Scout. So just behind me is Broadbottom Beach. It's a nice spot to have a little wild swim when it's a nice hot day. I'm going to give it a miss today though, because I've got a pretty long way to go and I'm only about an hour into it, so I'm going to give it a miss, but it's a lovely little spot. Is there any more of a depressing sight than a closed pub? So I'd say this is the proper first climb of the day, up to Count Edge. Usually I go up the left hand side. It's a little bit more gradual, but if I went that way it would add probably an extra mile or something like that onto the journey. So the short steep way to the top is the way I'm going today. So the best thing about walking in the week is that you get the trails all to yourself. I barely bumped into anyone. Bumped into like a lady mountain biking. Talked to her for a bit because I mountain bike as well. Yeah, got the trails absolutely all to myself. Really beautiful. Scenery this side of Cowan Edge it always catches me off guard. It always reminds me of like the Shire or something like that. I always love it this side of Cowan Edge. Yeah, really beautiful. So we've come to the tough bit of the walk. It's pretty much all uphill now to Kinder Scout. We go up this trail just here near the bridge. Most of the time we ride down this, that's how I know about it. We ride down it on the mountain bikes. It's usually pretty rocky, pretty droppy, pretty fast. And someone always pretty much gets their bike broken by this trail. Usually end up with like a puncture at the bottom or something like that, because it is pretty gnarly. It's going to be pretty tough to walk up, I reckon. So there's my final challenge in front of me. That's Kinder Scout. Just going to get to the top of there and have a nice little wild camp. It's a pretty tough climb up. I've done it before a few times. I don't think I've ever been up here when the weather's been so damn nice. It is absolutely stunning. You can see for miles. Yeah, it's really beautiful tonight. Really beautiful. So lucky. So I know there's some good spots around here somewhere, but everywhere looks really bumpy at the moment. Yeah, just wondering where I'm going to be able to pitch up. So I've managed to make camp. It's not on completely flat ground, but it's more than makes up for it with the views. Absolutely stunning. I'll just quickly show you the setup. It's the Fox 2. I'm really liking this tent. I only paid like something like 70 odd quid for it, and it's absolutely perfect for what I need it for. Just the usual setup, my new mat, my new sleeping bag, cheap pillow, sitting mat. Like I say, the views. Walked past the reservoir before, all the way up along that ridge. Kinder Downfall. Beautiful spot. So I've eaten, made myself a nice big pot of ramen. It weren't the best ramen I've ever made, but it was half decent. Sadly, the midges have started to come out to join the party, and I didn't bring my Thermacell today or any smidge, so we'll see how bad they get. But it's just such a beautiful night, so peaceful. Barely anyone around. I can hear a few people across the valley, probably trail running or something. Maybe they're wild camping as well, who knows. But yeah, it's just a perfect night. Just gonna chill, get some music on in a bit. I'm not gonna turn it on right now in case there's people around, but yeah, it's gonna be a lovely night. Can't wait for this sunset. Good morning, guys. So I slept in pretty well. I think it's about 7:30 now. I knocked the water over, so I can't make a coffee. Absolutely devastated. So I've got to get to Castleton without really any food or water or anything. So hopefully there's a stream on the way. If not, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. But I'll get to Castleton, get some breakfast there, and I think my dad's picking me up, so that'll be good. Anyway, I'm going to get me packed up, get everything squared away, and yeah, get over to Castleton. So we're just about to go down Jacob's Ladder now. This is a pretty steep climb if you're coming up from Edale, but it's a pretty steep descent if you're coming down on your mountain bike. It's super rocky, some nice drops. It's kind of one of them where you kind of just hold on for dear life and hope you get to the bottom. Absolutely stunning morning. Seen a few other wild campers coming off the hills, up in the distance, up in the valley. A few mountain bikers about. Gorgeous day for it. Just stopping for a breather. One more hill, over to Hollands Cross and then down into Castleton. It's so warm today though. I am dripping. I need some food, I'm starving.